Hello. Welcome to another GK Beginning Band video. This one involves trumpet assembly and the first notes. We're going to talk about parts of the trumpet, oiling the trumpet valves, assembling the entire trumpet, and getting a good buzz on the mouthpiece. And to start with, just quickly describe the parts of the trumpet. We have the place where the mouthpiece goes. This is the lead pipe. These are the valves. These are the tuning slides. Please have your students leave the tuning slides alone right now. We'll talk about greasing the tuning slides in a later video. The trumpet valves need to be oiled, especially new ones, every time. I have oil right here. There should be some in your case if it's a new trumpet. To open up the valves, you simply unscrew the valve here. Now, I recommend to the students that they not take the valve completely out, just until they can see the metal part. I'll remove this just so you can see it. This is the portion that they're going to oil. This is the upper portion that doesn't need oil. I'll put it back in. You're just going to take it out far enough so that you can see that portion of the valve with the holes in it. I'm going to put it on. A little bit of a drop, 1 drop of oil, 2 drops of oil, that's all it'll take. On a new trumpet, every time they're going to move the valves, they should check the trumpet. Now, after they've done that, moving the valve in and up and down a little bit will help get that all spread out. I'm going to troubleshoot. If your student takes out the valve and accidentally twists it around and puts it in the wrong way, it's going to create an effect where it's going to seem like the trumpet is stopped up. That's because the holes aren't matching up with the valves. And when they put the mouthpiece in the instrument, they'll get this sound, which is no sound. It'll sound like it's stopped up. If that happens, simply turn the valve clockwise. You'll hear a little click, and it should be alright. Okay. To hold the instrument, you're going to take your left hand. You're going to take your thumb and put it in the little saddle that's provided on the instrument. If your instrument doesn't have one of these saddles, they should just hook around the first valve. The first and second fingers, rather, of the left hand should go inside the trumpet against those two, against the valve. The ring finger will go in the ring. If your instrument has one, the pinky will go below. This is what it looks like when you're holding the trumpet properly with the left hand. You'll hold the trumpet up like this. Your right hand, the thumb will go between the first and second valve. Your first, second, and third fingers will go over the valves as such. They'll sit on the pearls so they can be depressed later on when you're playing different notes. The pinky can either sit on top of the key ring, or they can be inside like this. Okay? We'll talk about playing the first note with the mouthpiece in just a moment. We're going to talk a little bit right now about getting a good sound from the mouthpiece. The trumpet mouthpiece is where all the sound is created on the trumpet. To get a good sound on the trumpet mouthpiece, simply buzz your lips. Notice I keep my corners nice and tight, where our lips are shut and nice and firm here, a little looser in the middle. That lets a buzz come out right here. They're going to blow, not puff their cheeks. When you get a good buzz, you put the mouthpiece over the buzz. The mouthpiece will provide the amplification of the buzz. You want to try to put it right in the center of the mouth, with just a little more emphasis on the upper lip than the bottom, but not much. Your student will find a comfortable place to get the buzz. They should be able to shoot for a nice long, solid tone. Shorter quarter note tones. And a siren sound. This is accomplished by speeding up the air by making the hole in the lips a little bit smaller. Also, I'd like them to try to buzz a common song like Mary Had a Little Lamb. finish the song. Once we get going with their lessons, they can buzz and should be encouraged to do some buzzing every day on the lesson that they're working on, because the better the buzz, the better the sound will be when they insert the trumpet mouthpiece into the trumpet. To put the trumpet mouthpiece in the trumpet, all one needs to do is simply place it in and give a slight twist. They don't have to pound it in. They don't have to, although we all like that sound, that's an interesting sound that will lead to your mouthpiece getting stuck inside the trumpet. Simply twisting it will just be fine. As you can see, the mouthpiece isn't falling out. And there will be very few times you hold the instrument upside down. To remove, just simply twist and remove. After twisting the mouthpiece and getting it in, you're going to hold the instrument up. I'm going to turn a little bit to the side so you can see that the bell is just slightly down. It's not completely parallel. It's slightly down, better aligns with my jaw. I'm going to take a deep breath. You'll see me breathe through the corner of my mouth, and I'll play one tone on the trumpet. I'll do that again so you can see that I'm breathing from the corners of my mouth. Okay. You don't want to breathe through the nose. You want to breathe and take a nice deep breath, breathing through the corners of the mouth and not through the instrument. Okay. Your student will get probably one or two of these sounds. They'll either get a low sound, which is a C, or they'll get a slightly higher sound, which is a G. Either one of those tones is fine. If they can do both, that's great. Right now, we just want to get the instrument in a proper holding position and get the first notes. Okay? To take the instrument apart, all one has to do is push the water key to remove any of the condensation that might be from the air, the water vapor in the air. Take the mouthpiece out and put the trumpet away, along with any accessories they may have gotten out, like the oil used to oil the valves. On new trumpets that the students have, the trumpets should be oiled every time that they get them out to play, then they're going to move the valves. They should practice buzzing the mouthpiece for 5 minutes a day and practice assembling the trumpet. Again, avoid moving the valves completely out of the valve casings, and don't take all 3 valves out at the same time, because that can lead to confusion and putting one valve into another valve's casing. That's it for this lesson. Thanks for tuning in on the internet.